I feel like I hopped in a DeLorean and went back to 2016 when I see articles like this, because every single late night host, almost like they were told to do it, imagine that, trashed Trump last night. This is going to be the programming for these shows every night. I wonder how many times Jimmy Kimmel will cry this year. I wonder if he can break his own record. We'll see. But, yeah, all of them did. Jon Stewart on The Daily Show. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, the sellout loser. Jimmy Kimmel. And Late Night with Seth Meyers. And, oh, that's right, Jimmy Fallon. All of them went after Trump. And his wife, you can see Jimmy Fallon wearing something like the hat she had on during the inauguration. This shouldn't surprise anybody. These guys are stooges. I don't know how they're still around. I don't know anybody that watches these shows. For some reason, YouTube pushes the clips. They're always in their little Explore tab. They constantly get recommended. If you're on YouTube and you're not signed in, all you see is this shit. It's wild. So this isn't the only thing. Here's the fun part of today's update. Mean tweets are back on the menu. So you got this lefty DC bishop. This is her on the left. I didn't even know you could do that in the Catholic Church, have a woman do that. Has it always been like that? I'm not Catholic, so I do not know what's allowed there, what you guys do. So excuse my ignorance if I'm wrong, and that's a regular thing. But she was up there just pretty much saying, oh, we gotta go back to the Biden ways. Well, just listen to it. Here. It's about 2 minutes long. Let's go through it.
The providential hand of a loving God. In the name of our God, I ask you to have mercy upon the people in our country who are scared now. There are gay, lesbian, and transgender children in Democratic, Republican, and independent families.
I love the look of JD's face here. And his wife, she's like, looks like her eyes are going to roll back into her head. And he looks like he looks mad as hell. Trump's fuming. And we're going to go over his late night tweet. Late night tweets are back on the menu. Ladies and gentlemen, I love it.
Who fear for their lives. And the people who pick our crops and clean our office buildings, who labor in poultry farms and meat packing plants, who wash the dishes after we eat in restaurants and work the night shifts in hospitals, they may not be citizens or have the proper documentation, but the vast majority of immigrants are not criminals. They pay taxes and are good neighbors. They are faithful members of our...
This is a problem, what she's talking. And I'm not talking about them doing the work. I'm talking about people that are high up that exploit people that are here illegally and pay them a really low wage to do a lot of work. It's almost kind of like a modern slavery. Why aren't you talking about that?
Churches and mosques, synagogues, wadara, and temples. I ask you to have mercy, Mr. President, on those in our communities whose children fear that their parents will be taken away, and that you help those who are fleeing war zones and persecution in their own lands to find compassion and welcome here. Our God
Why do we have to
teaches
take
us
everybody that's in a war-torn nation?
that we are to be merciful to the stranger,
Can we even afford
for
that?
we were all once
Why is this all our
strangers
problem?
in this land.
And it sucks. I get it. It sucks being in a hard place, but why does it have to be us all the time? Why can't other countries take these people? Why does it always have to be us? Why aren't we allowed to have a secure border? But anyway, here the late night tweets are back. I love the mean tweets. I can't do a Trump impression, so I'm not even going to try. The so-called bishop who spoke at the National Prayer Service on Tuesday morning was a radical left hardline Trump hater, and that's true. That is true. She's got plenty of times where she's hated on Trump. I was reading about that yesterday, going to like a lot of those peaceful protests. She was there, masked up. She brought her church into the world of politics in a very ungracious way. That's very true, too. She was nasty in tone and not compelling or smart. She failed to mention the large number of illegal immigrants that came into our country and killed people. That's true. Many were deposited from jails and mental institutions. That's true. It is a giant crime wave that is taking place in the USA. Apart from her inappropriate statements, the service was very boring and an uninspiring one. She is not very good at her job. She and her church owe the public an apology. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Mr. President. Now, here's the big one that's, I'm sure, going to cause a lot of meltdowns. The U.S. orders federal DEI efforts to shut down by Wednesday night. That's today. Staff members overseeing diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts are to be placed on paid administrative leave by 5 p.m. Wednesday. Paid for how long, though? That is the question. I'm sure people will be evaluated and, if appropriate, transferred to other areas, and then some will be laid off. And they'll get unemployment for a time, and they can figure something else out. But DEI, done in the federal government, where it has no place. It has no place anywhere. We have civil rights laws that protect people and already take care of these things. All DEI is, I'll call it what it is, an effort to keep white dudes out of positions. Not the women. The women can still go in there. But the men, they're out. You're out! Now you're back in. Now we'll do what we should be doing, using civil rights. Everybody allowed to apply to jobs and have a fair shake. The barriers of DEI are getting broken down, but don't celebrate. A lot of companies still try to shift it into other things, the big one being called Bridge. That's one to look out for, but they are running like chickens with their heads cut off right now, trying to figure out what to do. So anyway, that is pretty much it. Get ready for the meltdowns. I got a good one coming up later that we're going to have a good time looking at. So check out that video when it drops. And I thank you for watching this one. Let me know your thoughts on what's been going on. Are you enjoying the wins? Let me know in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.